and move the mic closer yet. Hey there, everybody. Now, this isn't what I'm normally doing, but I have someone in my house who's very fond of ARK. I'm a pretty big fan of Dinosaurs myself, but someone is head over heels for them. So here we are at the character selection screen. I'll make him a character, doing the things. We are loading up on the center, my favorite map. Yeah, let's load up in the redwoods and just die forever. Goodness. So I'm going to be starting on the tropical islands of the south. Gonna be dropping in, coming in hot. Everything's going to hell, as ARK should be. Don't mind just the absolute lack of quality that my poor laptop can put out when it comes to ARK. So where the heck are we? I know where we are. Alright. An Oviraptor, looking for some eggs. What a friendly little guy. I'm gonna lower my speaker volume a bit so it isn't blaring into the mic. Here's a friendly turtle. A nice blue obelisk. And we, my friends, are naked. Not afraid, just naked. Well, one would. Good enough for now. Hello, little dodo. Listro. Turtle. Para. Now, ARK is a survival game. You survive, you grow, you craft, you tame, and eventually, you just have a lot of resources and a lot of fun doing the crazy endgame nonsense that comes up. So we've gained a level. I now have a resource point I can drop into any one of these things. Increasing my max life at this point holds no value because I have no armor and no weapons. A little bit more life isn't going to get me out of a scenario that I don't think I'll be making it out of naturally anyway. One of the early things I'm going to be looking for is extra weight. I need to be able to hold more stuff. How many points do I have remaining? I have 5 remaining in the bottom left corner. I'm definitely learning the hatchet because it's required to collect wood more efficiently, as well as cutting off stone from larger rocks. You use the pick for flint, use the hatchet for stone. I think I'll also pick up the spear because I'm not that worried about crafting up some food with a campfire yet. my main goals are going to be to find some shelter and find something to eat. Because as time passes, I'm going to be getting hungrier and thirstier. That's just par for the course for a survival-based game. Now, I'm going to pull up the map here, and you can just see our little corner of it right now. Notice we're on the far eastern side. Have me a drink, refill my water meter. This is an island we are on. The mainland is over there. There's another island off to the north. There's Skull Island over there to the south. And far to the south beyond it are the Redwoods. The Redwoods are, for lack of a better term, death. You don't go there. Not until you are more than prepared. Same with the north. In the northeast, I'll face it. Right around 2020 is the Arctic. You don't go there until you've got enough fortitude and nice warm gear to withstand the cold. You will catch your death out there. It is not a kind place. It's full of Allosaurus. Oh, some dinosaurs are running from something. I think I saw a Dilo wandering around over there. Oh my goodness! Well, that's the end of me. A pack of Allosaurus. My goodness, that was sudden. Alright. Now, you might be surprised thinking, oh, there's no way you could have survived that. What the heck was that? How was that reasonable? And why can you still see the allos that just ate you? Actually, to be fair, that's a Carno over there. The allos are a little bit farther over. Now, ARK is a very unforgiving game. Yes, I dropped in and haven't been here. This thing requires Survivor level 15 to open. It's a drop. It comes from the sky, has supplies in it. Sometimes they're useful, most of the time they're garbage. Different colors require different levels. But ARK is a very unforgiving game. No one comes here and just gets a free pass. What a pretty bird. It'd be nice if I could make my home on such a pretty bird. Then I could travel the island safely. Unfortunately, that bird burns fuel in the same way that an apartment goes up in a house fire. It's not very pretty, and it's terribly inefficient. So we've learned so far that the island is not very nice. And that you have to take care of yourself, because it's not going to take care of you, for certain. You keep an eye out, you try not to get caught out in the open by large carnivores, and you do your best not to find yourself in something else's belly. Just surviving over time steadily increases your experience. Gathering does as well. So does killing, I guess, but crafting is another excellent source of XP. Oh, I need a flint. Oh, I got a medal, how lucky. Swinging your weapons like this, or your tools, you might notice it's reducing the lightning bolt on the bottom right corner of the screen. That's my stamina bar. To refill my stamina takes water and food. So you gotta be careful how much you're doing. I could be sprinting right now by holding shift, but that would also spend my stamina. And I'm not really in the market for hunger and thirst right now. As nice as it is to be able to do things more quickly, we're in a nice, relaxed environment where we'll be taking it slow, ideally. So what do I need for this? I need fiber and wood. I'm going to be increasing my melee damage a little bit here. I have 10 points. Yes, there is a Dilo over there currently eating some berries. Oh, little buddy, I'm sorry. I can't do anything for your friends. Not until I find some fiber. Fiber is gathered commonly from bushes. You'll walk up, you'll pull up bushes, you get fiber, you get berries. See that grass up ahead there? We've come across some. It's one of the most common resources available, and it's one of the few things you can do with an open hand. Pterodactyl's noisy. I'm queuing up some spears for production right now because your basic spears are very brittle. They are weak, they can break with a poor thrust, so at random when using them, they'll just snap in half, and if you don't have any more, you're left with your hands against predators. These stimberries are used to counteract torpidity. The problem is they definitely carve through your water supply. Oh! I am being struck. You rude little bugger. Now, Dilos are spitters. If you know how to fight them, they're incredibly easy to work through. Because if you step back a little bit too far, they'll want to stop and try to spit at you. If you stay just inside of that range, they'll always be walking forward trying to take a bite out of you. And a stab has just enough knockback to keep them out of range. So you back up, stop, back up, stop, back up, stop, back up, stop, constantly poking them backwards. There's another one over there. Now, you notice I'm increasing my melee damage. That is something that doesn't always mesh with people. Not everyone's in for that. I don't play ARK as a very... Carrie, I need to actually say something here. What are you trying to cut?
I thought there was a large carnivore over there. So.
No, you couldn't follow your hand signals. I don't play ARK as like this crazy dinomancer, constantly taming stuff. I'm more of a boots on the ground kind of guy. What I enjoy about ARK is that it's a pretty good two-rock simulator. You're a primitive guy with some cool tech occasionally when you get far enough up, hunting dinosaurs. You give me a crossbow and 100 arrows, I'd go after this guy right now. And I damn well win, too. What a lovely shade of blue over there. I want a closer look at this fella. That's a robot. Now, there's been a few changes to ARK since the most recent expansion. And these crazy robot dinosaurs, a tech parasaur, is one of them.
I feel like that's a mod that didn't deload properly.
Yeah, I feel like...
That textra?
Yeah, that shouldn't be doing that. I turned off all the mods that were visible, though, so I don't know what's up with that. Either way, I am now making my way. But I've noticed when I finished killing those dilos, I harvest them for meat.
And more importantly, hide.
Yes, much more importantly, hide. Hide is used to make armor, as well as sleeping bags and beds. You might think, oh, so when it's nighttime you sleep in this game. Help get back to daytime faster. No, beds have a different use. When I died there earlier, you might have noticed in the bottom left, there was a button to show your beds. That was a strange thing to do when you're dead and respawning, right? Well, that's the thing. Any beds that you've placed, you or a member of your tribe, because this has got like a clan system in it, are where you respawn when you die. You come back to your beds. Don't mind the lightning. It's just for show. The rain, however, does make it colder. But as an upside, when it's raining, you're always fully hydrated because you can just throw your head back and open your mouth.
I thought it was just osmosis. I mean, the person never actually looks up. You're just in the rain.
I want the XP.
They're heavier than their bird.
Yes. Now, almost every other crafted item is lighter than the sum of its parts, because there's waste material being used. However, thatch building parts are heavier once assembled than as separate entities. There's a pig. Those raptors.
Looking like.
Oh boy. Well, gonna need this. Alright, let's see if I can gather the attention of one of them. You might notice that raptors are fast. They are fast, they are aggressive, and they will come after me the second they've been given the chance to. All it needs to do is spot me, and that's it. Come on, man. Delicious unarmored caveman over here. You know what? I learned some armor. I should probably build that real quick. nothing else. It's a tiny bit of defense. Now, if you hold right click, you can... Oh. You can somehow magically make the raptors aware of your existence. Oh! Oh gosh, it pinned me! What the heck? I've never seen a raptor do that. That's fancy. Okay. So, new lesson. If a raptor is running at you, strafe a bit, because it might try to dive at you for a pin. Oh good, a Carno. My favorite thing to see upon waking up in the morning. Now, trees, bushes, and rocks will respawn over time. Okay, fine. Don't let me gather you until the bush has been gathered. Don't risk me. Alright. Another Dilo. Now, assuming I can get to my belongings, because after I was eaten there, I left a corpse. Well, after I was killed, I left a corpse. When I'm eaten, all that's left behind is a backpack with my belongings. You can go and collect that backpack to recover everything you had when you died. It will have, I believe, a 15-minute expiry timer. What do I still need for these? Oh, okay. That's fine. Rude. I have nothing left for you to take. Fortunately, I got one spear done before this began. This is a common occurrence in early ARK. You're just left dealing with whatever decides to pick on you each respawn. I dropped my weapon. You took it clean out of my hands. Alright, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Oh, he actually hit me underwater. And now I'm critically wounded. That's not good.
I mean, it is a fishing bird.
It is. appears I dropped aggro. Nope, he was directly above me. So, if a bird catches you and you have no ranged weapons, you better have somewhere to go to. When I pick up the stone and still couldn't craft it, I immediately realized, oh, I don't have 10 thatch. Fiber is my primary resource now required. Yep. I didn't notice him off to the left there at first. Oh, there's Dilo ahead of me. Yep. I'm not down for dealing with Troodons right now. I don't really have the resources. I would very much enjoy a crossbow before then. But that has to wait till I have metal. And that's not till like level 20. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
I think 25 is when you get pike?
Yeah, I just want the crossbow though. That's all I need for it. Come on, game. I'm crafting them with 3 and putting them on 4. It's not hard. Just let me do it. So yeah, nothing that you do in the first few lives on ARK you should be terribly attached to. Understand, it's a game of loss and gain. At the start, you're going to do a lot more losing than you are gaining. Also, as a handy aside, melee damage also increases your gathering rate for your tools, like your pick and your hatchet. Very helpful. Alright, I have 10 points. I'm going to need this door. Oh boy, already starting to run thin on points because I want the campfire, but I also want those two. And I want the storage box as well. Storage box will be another level or 2 yet. Same with those. I'm just going to try and set up myself first. I'm going to try and set up some armor, have an enjoyable life for a little bit, and possibly get a house started. Where I want to build a house, I've been accosted every which way I've tried to arrive. It's been a little bit rough. Now, humans are creatures of habit. We tend to do things the same way if we can, each time. Unless we're looking to do something specifically different. If we don't set out with that goal, though, more often than not, you'll find yourself falling into routine. As this is my favorite map, I naturally have a favorite place to build. hide for the hands, much more fiber for the pants, and much more fiber for the chest. Ideally, where I'm going to build, I'll be able to get to safely. As a herd of Allosaurus, or a marauding gang of it, I guess I could say, is currently on the island somewhere. And on the opposite path, I encountered those two raptors. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get where I'm aiming to be. My goal is to find myself in the northeast corner of this island. However, if it takes a few lives and a bit of patience, that's what it takes.
No. No, I'm just
So we need some gloves, which means some hide. Hide means something else needs to die. There it is. Right now, I'm just in the middle of getting XP by gathering. That's my main goal, is to acquire levels. No, I can't bring myself. Not to the poor innocent dodo. I'm not even going to use his meat. I can't do it. Oh, I shouldn't be gathering wood right now. My capacity is hurting.
die low on the right.
Well, you're running off on me, friend. Why are you making me be the aggressor? I'm a little hungry. Now, you don't need to cook meat to eat it. The problem is that you're going to lose a little bit of life every time you eat meat that hasn't been prepared correctly. If I hold H, you can see the values on the right side there. It cost me 5 life to eat that food. However, the food gave me 10 stamina, I believe. It would give me more if it were properly prepared. If I recall correctly, one food is worth like 4 or 5 stamina restoration. So you're still coming out ahead, it just takes longer to get to where you're going if you're eating food you haven't prepped. Yeah, it was... Oh, great. Bloody hell. What a friggin' swarm. I wasn't ready for just an instant bug swarm there. I heard them coming, but I wouldn't know what direction they were coming from.
Got smarter. The circle.
Not only that, they used to spawn in 2 ground soldiers and 1 flyer per pack. That was 3 flyers. Don't mind this big fella. Again, I hold H, and you can see that it is currently almost 10 p.m. up in the upper left. The day's gotten colder, it's now 15 degrees, and I'm losing food faster because it's chilly. That can be helped by equipping gear. Here, yeah, it's a compy up there. Now, my current hypothermal, which is the resistance to cold, is at 33. That's the modifications I'm receiving from my gear. Oh, hello. Oh, no, I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the wrong button. I meant to crouch, but for some reason, punch is on control instead of crouch. I didn't want this. I just wanted to crouch and say hello. Oh, I need to fix my controls. Well, I was going to give you a visual lesson in compies, but unfortunately, that happened. That's better. Gonna need a campfire and a storage box. Simple bed is my next goal. Now, compies are very friendly. They'll gladly come up to you and give you a little look like a lost puppy. The problem is, once there's enough of them, usually 3 or 4, they swap from lost puppy to hungry lost puppy, and they start to swarm. Now, up to the point of like 3 or 4 of them, 1 or 2 of them will gladly follow you around as an adorable little buddy. And they're nice, they're gentle, they don't do anything, but follow you around with a great big smile on their face. However, they immediately begin to attack when there's enough of them they feel like they can pressure you. Dilo sees bird. Dilo wants piece of bird. That was the first example of a spear breaking. And then there was an example of a spear breaking after one attack. One attack. I'd be wondering why I carry so many. It's because I don't damn trust them. Ah! Pegomastax. Rotten little thief. Yeah. I did say take all at that bag earlier. Alright. We're gonna take a nice rest. Oh jeez, the raptors. We're gonna get a nice long rest.
Not ready. Not ready.
So that's where my corpse is that green beacon into the sky. You might think, oh, but isn't that how they denoted that green drop earlier? And the answer is yes, that is exactly how they denoted it. And yes, that is dumb. It's not like they could use another color, because they're using a bunch of colors to denote drops already. White, green, blue, rainbow, purple, yellow, red. Come on guys, get away from my shit. Oh, darn it. Oh, no, you headed me off. So, that's where I just recently died. And frankly, could riddance to all those belongings. I don't need them. Oh, this is my stuff from way earlier. Perfect. My building segments. Yum. Hello, little buddy. You got a little hair frill. Alright, well, you go on your way and I'll go on mine. Compies, as adorable as they are a very demanding creature when it comes to taming them. Those Pegomastax are Trudons. One of those is annoying, the other is terrifying. You guys might be wondering why I am so boldly, brutally pushing to get to this part of the island, when it's obvious that I'm not wanted here. And it's just because I'm comfortable here. This is where I always make my home. Iguanodon. Oh yeah. Oh shoot. Oh Oh, another raptor. Gosh darn it. I thought I heard something coming up on me. I was praying it wasn't coming to eat me. Alright, this is not going to work. I need actual weaponry if I'm going to clear that out.
And it's not giving you that option. Hello, Murder Raptor.
Get him, compies! You show him who's boss!
One of them's already dead.
Oh! Oh, it's Trudons! It was Trudons! Oh no, I'm done! I am done. I have one option, and I'm not getting it. So you might be curious what it looks like when you pass out due to torpor loss. That is what happens when you are poisoned into unconsciousness.
You almost made it.
You understood what I was aiming for there?
Yep.
Now, sometimes you can kite dinosaurs close enough to each other that they'll accidentally strike each other. Oh look, that's where I just recently died.
Positive progress.
And if I could have drugged that Trudon troop over to the Stegosaurus there, he would give them the business. They would not handle that well at all. He is a large dinosaur with a hefty constitution that won't just fall over to a little knockout juice. Unlike me, who has 0 fortitude and falls over at the faintest whiff.
Careful of olives.
Why you gotta be like that?
Because you're close to where you were when they got you.
I am not close to where I was. I'd have to follow that all the way to the end of the island and then go over around the bend.
They weren't that far.
That's where I was, though. There we go. Enough hand trauma. I now have a hatchet.
Okay.
No, a pick. I've got the tool to get a hatchet. I can get some flint. Alright, so I'm gonna have to take a temporary measure, say. To get my house to where I want it to be, I'm going to need to be able to respawn nearby. Because there's obviously several different barriers between...
On Shark Island?
I debated it, in all honesty. But I don't know if I can make it over there. So I'm going to set up shop over here first. On the other end, on the one end of the crescent. Need more flint. beginnings of my home, at least for now. I'm not looking for much in the way of a temp home. I just need something that's gonna work as like basic shelter that I can sprint back to in terror or away from in terror. Because ideally I don't want to bring things to my house. Once I've got a way to respawn there, I'm fine with dragging things away from it and dying farther.
Can't snap until you hit the doorway. Thatch doesn't work that way.
I forgot Thatch has its own unique rules. Alright, so we've got a bit of a home now. Ain't much, but it'll do. Need 4 roof tiles. And to make them, I'm going to need 40 fiber, 60 thatch, and 16 wood. Oh wow, how blessed. My first instance of surviving long enough for my tool to wear out. Truly, this is the most industrious of my lives. sleeping bags are temporary, single-use respawn points. They require 25 hide. A bed requires 40 hide. It's quite a bit of killing.
Might as well make a box while you can, though.
Oh, I intended to, don't worry. I'm going to be depositing my things. Alright, let's go scout out where I actually want the house. Give me experience, please. I'll take it from your corpse. Tasty berries. Yeah, basically where that iguanodon is standing is where I normally keep our home. I only have one spear currently. Beautiful. Fiber, flint, and wood. Take some wood. Two dilos over here, there, and one over here. It's time to start killing everything I'm reasonably capable of killing. Because that first bed is the real important thing. Once you're not starting from scratch every life, you can actually start to make some real progress. When you crouch, your stamina comes back much more smoothly. Get a nice belly full of water. Alright. Except learn to make campfire? No, I know it. Oh, 9 points, that's why.
Could always pick up bolas.
I was thinking about it.
Or the mortar and pestle and start AFK crafting.
Yeah. Next level, though, is bow and arrow. I'm going to need the points for both. So I'm actually just going to hold on to those.
That means you need to learn slingshot.
But turns out I don't need slingshot because they changed it.
No, when I was playing earlier, it still needs the slingshot.
What's my character level? 9. What's in the water? Let's take a peek. There's some ickies over there. Alright, when I'm completely submerged, it is cold as balls. You see, when you get the freezing alert, not only are you losing stamina, you begin to decay on health as well. Now, something that happens when you're swimming is while you're swimming, you cannot regenerate stamina. Oh no. Everything is fine. Don't notice me. If he sees me, I'm dead in 1, maybe 2 hits. Mantas are an interesting breed. Because initially when they came out, they were friendly. As long as you didn't hurt them, they would gladly share the water with you. Then there was one particularly godforsaken update, where mantas became hyper-aggressive. And they retained all of their damage and speed from their prior existence into this new super killing machine version. So mantas are the angriest things in the water that you will regularly find. Look at all that wild. Hey, there's something big down there. A lead sickness, I'm willing to bet.
Could be a Dinosaurs.
I'm willing to get closer to find out. Up to, here. That's a lead. He turned around. Leads have been lovingly nicknamed the rape whale. And for good reason.
Or Moby Dick.
That's the special one. Now, you might have noticed that some of the carnivores are pretty tough. They're fast, they're mobile, and they come after you with little to no warning, blindsiding you. They're also normally durable. However, they are a joke in comparison to a particular style of carnivore. The alpha. There exist several types of alphas. Raptors have one, and it makes it incredibly fast, and it hits like a truck. Like, you saw the damage that other raptor was doing to me. It was killing me when I was naked in 1, 2, 3 hits. An alpha raptor can do the same to an armored character. And I don't mean like my silly I'm wearing cloth, I have armor on. I mean an actual armored character. I wonder what I'm doing right now. The long and short of it is baiting. Trying to draw larger aquatic predators over to the land.
Like that happy shark.
Oh, don't turn around, friend. Oh, that's right. I forgot, I'm a low level. I haven't upgraded my oxygen at all. Sure, I'll take a full set of cloth gear, why not? Not like I'm wearing any anyway. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to draw in aquatic predators, bringing them close to the land. Or I can have a few words with them. Because aquatic predators are worth a lot of experience. Jeez, I'm hurting. There we go, got some regen started back up. This hypothermia is also chipping away at me. I don't want to be bothering the manta. I'm looking to reel in the shark every time. Because sharks are a barrel of experience. It helps when you've got a crossbow and you can just shoot them. That gets their attention really nicely. It's much easier to pull them in like that. Oh, I grabbed the corpse for some reason. I didn't tell it to do that. Let's have a crouch and heal up a bit. My food's looking good now. My HP is the only thing that's really missing. I'm well off for water between being surrounded by it and having it rain down on me. There we go. I woke him up. Come on, buddy. You're not gonna take that, are you? Oh, you're taking right off. Alright. Goodbye, spear. I hardly knew you. Yeah, most everything I wanted to fight has wandered off. I mean, there's that one shark way out there, but I just don't have the oxygen capacity for that. It's just regular cold down here now. It's not hypothermic anymore. That's really useful because I'm not decaying life now. Well, this is going to be a point I revisit. Because apparently, there's nothing willing to take a go at me. That's what I've nicknamed Shark Island, by the way. Little place I can crouch, get my stamina back. Have a good look at what's around before I go out into the open water. Because very rarely there will be a shark in this midsection. So rare that, like, it's not even 1 in 10, not 1 in 20 times. It's so infrequent that it's just enough that you let your guard down and dive in without thinking. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you got someone nibbling on you. And sharks are just a mountain of damage and HP. That's their 2 stats. They're not fast, they're not smart, they're not very good at maneuvering. But damn, are they tough and strong. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Dilo. Use that. Rexes can spawn on this island. That is a fact. Or at least they could before they moved the Allo spawn location here. I don't know if they retained Rexes. It does seem like it should be spawning in a higher pop area. .38 hide, we're doing good. Dilo running from compies. All is right in the world. Raptors just ran down a parasaur over there. Fiber, thatch, and wood. a bit more thatch and some fiber now. A little Dymo. A friendly little lizard birdie buddy. Incredibly dangerous in packs, but kind until bothered. He's one of a small club of dinosaurs that you can perch on your shoulder. He and the Compy are two of them. If I recall correctly, you can have a Pego backpack. There are little monkeys you can put on your shoulder too. And there's Jerboa, I believe, is the fluffy little, like, hill mouse. Although he only lives in the desert. Alright, everyone. Now when we die, we have a place to return home to. Oh. That's an engram. I don't need that. Excuse me. That's another option we need to fix. There we go. No more screen shake. I have not yet learned narcotics, so I guess I'll just restore those narco berries. Although I should make a campfire. Need a flint, some thatch, and some wood. Not quite the level. I can now cook things. How exciting. Alright. Got a full set of armor, some tools, and a house with a bed. That is an excellent first session. I would like to gain the level and at least get the bow, though, before we call it. I know I can't kill you, but I can try. No, you are slightly faster than I am. I can catch you when you're inefficient on turns, but I'm going to run out of stamina before you will. You stole all 14 of my raw meat. That's freaking rude. There's no looking back. Run from bird. Not down for it. Aberration specific items. How interesting.
Not extinction.
So what do I still want to learn? I want to learn the mortar and pestle and narcotics. I'm going to need to learn spark powder eventually, but not now. Spyglass is something I want to learn, but I need crystal before it becomes relevant. The cooking pot and the paintbrush are eventuals, along with the bolas. I'm not in a rush to deal with that. Oh, next level I get access to wooden structures. How exciting. And stimulant? Awesome. But that'll be for another time. Now, I don't know if you've guessed, but you can't use the regular bow and arrow underwater. It's not exactly how physics works. Well then, everybody, thanks for watching, and good night.